intentional. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants.
Yeah, man.
Alongside my partner Charles Davis,
what happened last night, man? You tried to get greedy.
Nah, man, they got off to like a. I got off to a bad start. And I was down 14-0, and then dog, you saw the rest. I mean, I fucking got back in the game. I was driving down, did a fucking run. Dude fucking fumbles, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw you had the lead like with 15 seconds left or some shit like that. Hey, I thought you were going to go for the field goal.
It was like 50 seconds left. Yeah, I was going to go for the field goal. I was trying to stay in bounds, and I was going to take my field goal and give him the ball back with like 30 seconds left and a 10-point lead. This dude fucking fumbles the ball, dog.
Yeah, then I saw like shit. No, then I saw you picked it up and it was like shit here. They were just like sliding off like he had butter on his damn jersey and shit. I said, man, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it was definitely some shenanigans, man. But I mean, I could have very easily lost the game because I was down the whole game. I was just throwing interception after interception and shit. So.
They'll run for the first time with Hill.
Yeah, cause hey, I thought you was gonna need the ball and he'll let me use their last time out and then kick the field goal.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
Shit.
Man, I was running the ball, but they fucking dude fumbled. But if he didn't fumble, I win that game easy, no problem. But he fumbled.
Yeah.
And they took it all the way back. Like, I was hoping I could stop him. Because I had a touchdown lead, so I was just hoping to stop him before he got to the end zone. But yep, my quarterback missed the tackle, and he went into the thing, and we went to overtime. And then in overtime, I just couldn't do it. They weren't good. I had like a couple catches. They dropped the ball, bro. Like,
I had a couple.
I saw all this shit.
I had like a couple of deep passes that they just flat out dropped, and had they caught those, I would have probably been able to just go down and get my field goal and win the game. No problem.
Yeah.
They dropped some open, some catchable balls, man. They dropped them.
Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
Yeah.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals.
Now, if you watch the beginning of that game, man, I couldn't stop the Vikings. The first 2 quarters, I really couldn't stop them. They were just running on me, passing on me. They were doing all kinds of shit, dude. I was like, man, you guys are good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It be like that till you find out, who they like to focus on and shit like that.
Pretty much, yeah. But still, it's like, dude, they were not missing. The first half, they were kicking my ass. Man. Second half was mine, and overtime was kind of just a draw. Like,
y'all were going back and forth.
Yeah.
Either one of y'all couldn't do shit.
Man, I send my guy deep. He beats the guy. He goes up for the catch. He gets nothing, dude. Drop the ball. Like, dude, come on, man.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback.
Oh, yeah.
He will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3.
That's why.
Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, well, I know I can't run to that side.
That's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet.
I just know they got one good player over there.
Shotgun now for Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to hold it.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
Shit. So what game are you playing now?
And his kick is
Super League 2.
absolutely perfect.
Okay.
And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit.
I'm gonna start a legend league. I'm gonna start doing it.
Situation and shutting them down.
Yeah, I heard you. I mean, not heard that. I see you texting that in the group chat. Like,
yeah.
Shit, okay, they
started it last night. Oh, I didn't start it on the, but I started writing it down. I figured it would be easier to do if I wrote it all down. Last time I was doing it on the computer, like as I went.
Yeah.
The kickoff team on the field now.
Make sure you don't forget nobody. I got you.
Well, this time I'm basically going like while I'm at work.
I'm
basically writing down all the players that I want to put on each team down on paper. You know, I'm putting their their height, their weight, and I'm basically putting their rating that I want to make them, and then I'm in their jersey number. That way, when I go to make them, I can just find a player on that team that matches that description. Change the name, change the fucking rating, and change the jersey number, and boom, done deal.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I had to change the name, then go online and look up the guy's number and look up the guy's this and that. You know what I mean? Whereas if I already have it written down and it's ready to go, I can just bust off like a whole team. Oh, give me a fucking break.
He's at the 30. 10.
Yeah, okay.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, it will get set up
Yeah,
there.
that'll be
That's how
tight.
quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the
Try
end
to do
zone.
that. Try to do more of that tonight at work. I busted out about 10 teams last night. Figured once I got them all on paper, it shouldn't take that long to get it done in
Cat and Zero out now as he'll kick this one away.
because there's already rosters that you can download that
have most of the the big stars already. So I can download one of those, and they're already gonna have like Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, all the most famous players. So I won't have to really do
a lot of work on those guys.
I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball.
Yeah, I won't have to do much work on those, but I want to basically try to have to where it's mostly legend guys, older
Well, now a carry here for their fullback.
to where most of your team will be I mean, obviously there's great players that are playing today.
Someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body, getting to him.
But yeah, this is basically just like the
last one, just not so many 99s.
Yeah, okay.
Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete
9 passes in a row, dog. No problem. My motherfuckers don't catch shit ever. Drop balls. Contact, no contact.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
How they get a yard?
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that
strategic
football
and
situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down.
You heard about the fires that's going on out here in LA?
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert.
Yeah, dog, they got some crazy
fucking fires going on, dog.
Like,
I mean, we always have fires and shit during the dry season, but like now it's like basically it's just because it's right all like in like by the 405 freeway. And there's, you know, a bunch of fucking rich people live over there, so now it's like, oh, fuck. But it does look crazy, dog. Like, they got some crazy fires going on.
Like, I saw some shit. And it's basically, like, right next to the freeway. So, like, when you drive up the 405 north and you're going towards the valley, it's all, like, hills and shit. It's all, like, you know, like little mountains. And like there's one picture, dog, where the whole fucking mountain, dog, it's a nighttime picture or early morning when the sun's down, and the whole hillside, dog, looks like lava, dog. It looks like lava is just flowing down. That's how hot the fire and like the whole hill. Like I'm like, damn, that shit looks crazy. It looks like lava, dog. Like it looks like a volcano or some shit. I was like, fuck, dude.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
if I was rich, man, I would never want to live out in those dry ass hills and shit. Shit would get burnt stuff down.
Now. Here's an inside give. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Get burnt. It's bad, dude.
Yeah, it's it's because they have the Santa Ana winds. It's real dry out here right now, and the winds are fucking blowing. And then
so it's harder to, you know, obviously a fire is gonna be raging if the wind's blowing it. So yeah, I just was like, damn. And, you know, we have a lot of fires all the time all over this fucking shit, but that shit look crazy. I never seen no shit like that.
That shit look like lava. That's how fucking like the whole mountainside was just on fire, dog. And at nighttime, that shit looks crazy close up. It looks like fucking lava. That's how hot it is, dude.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Yeah, they got 2 different fires.
We got one fire, it's called the Skirball fire, that's over by the Getty Center and shit, and the 405. And then they got one fire that's in like Camarillo and Ventura. It's like basically in Ventura, just lighting the shit out of Ventura. So yeah, we got all kinds of good shit going on over here. It's not earthquakes, it's gonna be fires.
Man, Skirball.
Yeah, the Skirball fire.
Because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Hot fire.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
That's where the firefighters make their money, dude. That's where, you know.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
I had it too.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel. That's how to pay the price.
How much were they a dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it a little bit more realistic this time as far as the Legend League. I think last time I made like too many 99s, like everybody was like a 99.
Ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left.
You know, some of them,
but they would be a wild card team, and that's great.
Some of them
be in the playoffs,
actually
you know
were pretty damn good. Yeah, complaining about
I think I made them a little too fast. I think I made, you know, I think I made some of those guys a little too fucking fast.
A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Oh, come on.
Last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And the defense for New York.
I still remember when Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie came out of Tennessee State in the draft, and I called a coach in his conference to ask a scouting report about him, and he said, well, we didn't do anything special. We didn't throw away from him or anything like that. I don't think that coach told me the truth. DRC is one of the best ball hawks in the league, had 6 interceptions in 2016, and continues to lock down elite receivers.
Ooh. What's your score over there?
I'm down 7-6.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And this is going to be in
First quarter, minute left. We're getting the ball back.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting
A lot of football left. A lot of football in this league.
That's the type of pressure he can get.
You could be down. You could be down 2 or 3 scores and potentially come back.
Where are you going to go with the football?
Oh yeah.
Time runs a little slower in this league.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
I put the clock at 25 seconds instead of 20. So.
Oh, okay.
So when it runs down, it only goes to 25 instead of 20.
New York set to take
Yeah,
the
man,
field.
you know, he give you a chance to,
you know,
get more points and give the men that you see. That's what I like. Yeah.
I never met an offensive coach that
Some
didn't
of my
want to
men
drive
already
in
got
with the
about,
kick.
you know,
Most of them wanted
8,000
in with a PAT, right?
8,000
In
points
this
and
case, a
shit.
field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Yeah, I don't know about that
Nice
basketball.
game there. How about some kudos for the offensive
Oh, yeah, I'm
line?
playing my career is pretty, you know what I'm saying, once you get used to it, it's actually pretty damn
Big
good.
guy rumble.
Yeah, I'm already at the final already. Yeah, not at the final, I'm in the semi-final trying to get the Cavs and shit, man.
Getting the carry, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4.
Yeah, I did the my
first, and
player
they'll
on
make it second down.
last year's.
Good solid
cool.
gain on first down. About
alright.
what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
I think I just like football more. I like football and baseball more than basketball.
Oh my.
think I even like soccer more than basketball.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple
as far as video
zeros.
games, yeah, definitely.
And time is up on the first quarter.
Even in real life, like I don't even like watching a basketball game now doesn't even really like interest me. It doesn't like, you know.
Yeah, it's like
it's kind of just
I don't know.
like
I can't explain it.
I don't really have like a desire to watch basketball. Like it doesn't.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Maybe like a
It ain't
playoff
like back
game.
in the day with Jordan and shit.
Or like even maybe like some playoff games. But even those, it's like I don't know. There's nothing about the NBA that really like makes me want to watch. Like I'm not a big LeBron fan. I mean, I've already seen him. I've seen him play. You know, he's been in the league for years now. So it's nothing. You know, nothing he's gonna do that I haven't seen already from him. So. I don't think he's like the greatest player ever. Like a lot of people are, you know, like, oh, he's better. Like, he's not a great shooter. First of all, like he's not. Like he's just not a great shooter at all. He's very streaky. Like he can get hot as fuck and light some shit up, but he's not like, you know, I wouldn't want to put my life on his shot. You know, like I'd much rather have Kobe or Jordan over him. If I said, okay, if he misses this shot, you get shot in the head and you're dead. Like seriously, like you know, I want Jordan or Kobe taking that shot, or Curry, even Curry.
And on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point.
Like LeBron is a great player,
probably top 5 all time, but not number 1.
He's not, you know.
He's just a physical like beast. Like he's a physical
specimen. Like you know what he can do at that height.
I mean, you know,
like he is like, you know, and he's like 6'8", 260. He can run fast. He can pass. He's a great passer, no doubt. Like he's like Magic Johnson on steroids. Basically, that's what I would say. He's like Magic Johnson that can dunk and like is super athletic. But Magic Johnson to me was he you know, they're about on the same level as far as shooting the ball.
Them LeBron and Magic.
Yeah, as far as shooting, because Magic was the same. Well, Magic could get hot and he could
score points, but he was not a great shooter at all.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I don't know, Magic was a great player, and so was LeBron.
People are just, oh, he's the greatest. Like, you're crazy.
These are people who've never seen Jordan.
I'm like, you never saw Jordan play. All you do, you know, you can go watch
highlights and stuff, but
watch him on night in, night out,
like just, you know, dominate teams for years. To the point where, you know,
all these great players in the NBA never won a title because of one guy. You know, all those guys. And if he didn't leave
and go away for 2 years, they would have won like 9 or 8 or 9 straight. No problem.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, they had no competition. Like they weren't like, you know.
They weren't, you know, I mean, they had to play good teams to win those titles, but at the same time, it wasn't like, oh,
like there was some like big debate, like whether or not he was gonna, like whether they were gonna win or not. Like,
just a matter of like, oh, how many games is it gonna go?
Fucking Jordan, come on. Then again, like I look back on it and like the NBA's so corrupt that hey, maybe they set it up but like that. Maybe they wanted that guy to be so dominant. You know, maybe it's all rigged. Maybe he's, you know, maybe he got help. You know.
Now Wentz on third down, escaping the pressure plate. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Jordan in his playoff days, he never went to no game 7, man.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his
I think 86. That was the Utah series. That was about it.
Very quickly to the thrown football.
Yeah. Shit, so hey, I'm with you, man. Here,
As he gets this one away.
you the best in the world. You better than Michael Jordan. Man, you want your rabbit ass down. Yeah. Jordan, school the fuck out of LeBron.
Oh yeah.
Ready to go again here on offense.
Look, Jordan is like, I don't know, he's just a great player, man. Couldn't beat him. He's gonna dunk on like all these people, like Ewing, all these cats, like, you know.
It just upsets them.
I think I would be, you know, yeah. I think he had more hops than LeBron. LeBron's just tall. LeBron's big as fuck. Like, you know, he's a power forward playing fucking, you know, guard.
That'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. They begin the drive with Hill. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They run it again with Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And if you're the defense in those deep tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage, where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And you're holding your breath wondering what's going to go good or bad for your team.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Aaron Rodgers with 1 touchdown pass thus far. He had 1 man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Oh, man. Eat your ass, bitch. Yeah, got his ass cold, man.
But he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well
intercepted.
Yeah, on the other league, dog, I think I'm going to get rid of Marshawn Lynch, man.
Yeah, he's too old. He's too old, dog. You should have probably tried to trade him while he's still worth something.
Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little?
He might have been
able to. Yeah, I got him on trade a lot.
Shit, you should have tried to trade him. When you had draft picks, you could have probably tried to like trade him, you know, for like one of those like creative running backs or something. Maybe. I don't know. That's what Minto did. I don't know how Minto got that tight end, like, because that tight end is a good ass player. I don't know how he swung that trade. I don't know what he gave up to get that guy. That guy.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, I got a fast ass tail goes off of free agency.
Dude, like, he got a creative player. To get a creative player, you got to give up some. You got to give up some shit. I'm like, what did he give up? I don't even know. I don't even know what he could have gave up. Really, like,
one of the guys on the team who said, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Whatever he gave up, that shit
was... yardage on the play back
I don't know. Probably like the #1 draft picks, I'd imagine. But
yeah,
still.
Now the safety that came through it made the play, but there's no...
Yeah, but hey, I got... Yeah, but shit, I got got the damn tailback here. He's a 90 speed, 90 acceleration, and fucking, and everything else is in the 80s, but he's rated at 71. So I'm looking at that as a diamond in the rough.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got that Cordell, I can't think of his name. Cordell or yeah, Patterson. Shit, I found his ass in free agency. Shit,
One thing I love about this game is there's a match of wits.
So that's what I've been doing. I've been going like free agencies and shit. Signing them. And as soon as I sign them, I turn around and put them on the trade block.
But unfortunately, that didn't work for him.
Yeah, to try to get some damn good ass picks. Well, yeah, not good picks, but they're decent picks.
As he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Now, Sharkandrick West heading back onto the field. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
As we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
Motherfucker.
And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Always got some breathing room.
Jumping all over the ground over his head.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there, and big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
I like how people listen to him too, like he knows some shit.
Like he's the Messiah.
Yeah, like he's like, you know, like he's the guy to go for
he'll
answers.
push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Okay.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
First Messiah.
2 minutes to go here in the first half.
I dated the chick. This bitch went to the high school, at the same high school he did. But she said when she was in high school, she was a freshman when he was a senior.
Coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights.
She said that he would show up to school in a Hummer, and like a few days before they graduated, he gave like all of his shit to all of his friends. Like he gave all of his Hummer, like all of his stuff that he had, he gave it to all of his friends. And like if you know about him, like he made all of his friends like all of his like his business partners and shit. Like so he brought like all of his little homies and shit and made him like his like manager and all that shit.
Him and his posse.
Yeah.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard.
So I'm like, oh, so he was already getting money and shit in high school and all that stuff. But they ain't gonna report on that. They ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, look at this guy rolling in a Hummer and shit. Like his mama ain't, you don't even fucking, you know, his mama's like some party chick or something. And like some white people had to raise his ass or something. Like,
Yeah.
like they don't talk, you know, like.
It's on the ground.
Crazy dog. Like okay.
So it goes as a fumble.
That's why he went to that really like, you know, nice high school.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean,
Shit, they got him in there. That's because, you know, I'm like, well, they got him in there if he didn't play basketball.
If the other team doesn't get it,
That's my thing. And it's cool to help people, but it's like, why are you helping him because you can play basketball and he's tall as fuck, or are you helping him because you want to help somebody? Like, what the fuck? That's my thing.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
Away from this guy. Oh, that's why, because it's him.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Wentz to throw.
Oh, man, this is only fucking move down.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead.
LeBron.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That guy's going to play like 25 years and shit. Because even when he slows down, he can just go play in the post and just be like a big dude.
Yeah.
Offense
you know
comes
what I mean?
to the line
Like,
now, 1st and 10.
If he gets a little slower, he could just turn into to be a small forward or a power forward. You don't have to handle the ball as much. He can just, I'm going to go in the post and I'll just facilitate some more.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2 bad games in a row in 2 different leagues.
From drive to drive, from series to series, let that go, right? Only focus on the down.
I don't know why.
But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game is going.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And
he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
In the second quarter with 35 seconds to go,
there,
and I have the ball. I'm on the 15. I'm in the red zone.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He will push his way down to about the 14.
One timeout left, 24 seconds.
The second of their 3 timeouts.
I'm on the 14. This is where I throw picks. This is where I fuck myself a lot. So right now, I'm not going to do that. Right now, I'm going to get the lead. I'm definitely going to run the ball just to be safe.
And a really long drive here, and it
point,
goes on
get
and
the
on.
Lead, go into the halftime, and get the ball back and do it again.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Come on. Let's go.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are in for 6.
4 seconds left.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Giants are happy to be in front right.
Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half.
Double team.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it out to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments.
That's sorry,
You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the base because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Now this motherfucker making shots.
Something else.
Yeah, that's why I don't play that game, man. They be making some crazy shit. They don't ever fucking miss, though.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I like last year's better. I thought 17. Whatever this year's is, I like last year's better.
Change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball?
I don't even know what
and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
The one I played before was better. It was more, I don't know, it was just, yeah. They didn't have to change anything except the fucking players.
On first down, Wentz. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a nice sizable gain right there, and you've got to give credit to the offensive line because when you're dealing with a 3-4 defense, your job first and foremost on the defensive line is to hold everything up and allow your 4 linebackers to stay clean, as they say, with no blockers on them and run to the ball and make a tackle. But on that play, to get that type of yardage, that means they weren't able to stay that clean and they made the tackle downfield.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. To throw, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Giants on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out, and this one is right down Broadway. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. In by the tight end Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Yeah, I'm in the third now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team.
And he is in.
Are you serious?
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Man. Like
Jeremy Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one.
Oh, my goodness.
He walks through, he walks through a linebacker and my defensive end.
Touchdown.
Just walks right through him. Like, okay, all right. I mean, okay. I gotta do that from time to time. Okay, all right. Yeah.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Catton 0 out now as he'll kick
2 of them,
though.
I mean,
yeah, 2 of them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure those 2 were pretty stacked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely 79. 79 is a fucking, he's a 99 player. I mean, dude, he's the all-time leading single-game sack leader.
Last time they hit a really long field goal to do so.
And then you throw on probably a linebacker who's rated probably like an 80.
And we can't do that.
He
That's
just
a
runs through him too, like
but they
shit.
got 3 points
He's
in a row.
nothing.
They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure
Hey
they
man,
love him
Jeremy Hill
because he's
though.
helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense
He's
can
gonna
put
be remembered
6 on the
forever
board
for
here.
that
We'll
one.
see.
Oh, damn, son.
And some space here. Oh, he will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
But that was definitely a surprise there. Handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you,
your football team got no trucking power?
because you know you've got a lot to deal with.
They do, but
5 yards on the
like
carry.
they slow
Good
down
pickup on
when
first
you got a
down.
juke and shit.
oh yeah, they always slow down. They slow down like a mother.
Powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward.
It's all good.
That's
That's why they're
exactly why you
fullback.
have him on the field.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now. This is John Kendrick West. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you know I'm always going to listen to you first, okay? But when I hear the PA guy say tackle in the backfield by Clowney, my first thought is to go back to his days at South Carolina and that one particular hit in the bowl game against Michigan.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. This one maybe not as big as that, but my mind goes there as well.
Yeah, but he's a talent.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Good,
the game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback right in the face of him puts him down.
On third and long, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted.
What's he do? Throws it right to the fucking guy.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown.
Over that guy. Why did they do that? I don't understand.
Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on
like what I see happening doesn't really translate.
And then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
You're supposed to
and he knocks it through.
And if I lob it, it's just going to be some terrible fucking lob that 18 guys are going to be able to converge around and try to
play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Sensitive. I'm like, well, if I lob it, it's just going to throw up some stupid fucking lame lob.
This is taken at the 3.
And if I don't lob it,
football. And I think he was able to get back on it. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
Like, you know, I don't want to
this
throw
in
it to
college,
that
but I did it in high
guy.
school. When you
I want to
return
throw it
kicks
over that guy
and you lose
to the
it
guy
yourself,
behind him.
The panic that goes through
You're trying to tell me my quarterback can't make that throw.
I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Like I didn't even jump, dude. He's got the ball thrown right to his chest. As if he was
on 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Side complete. It's Stevenson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
He's everywhere.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and
yeah, hold on, Zach. You said what?
That's gonna.
Got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Oh, it's like shot a 44-yard pass. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out.
I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think will pay off for them.
And they'll say that video clip. It'd be like an instant replay there.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz.
Yeah, I think
kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Can't lose no more.
Popped up in the air. I expect someone to catch
I wouldn't
this
advise
offense
you
or
to
defense because there's usually a great
not
amount
with
of
the
bodies in that
shit
part
that
of the
you
field.
got Gary
In this case,
with the
no
next
one
week.
came up
So
with it.
you just, huh?
From the gun on 3rd down.
See, I don't know.
And Ingram holds it in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Huh?
Welcome back now
Shit,
here
Craig?
in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football, needing points as we start quarter number 4. Red zone opportunity.
You gotta learn how to do, try to learn how to do possession kicks.
Cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Kick it and fall to the ground.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It works sometimes.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
So you need to practice on that.
Now
Oh shit, no, they down by 5.
And down he goes. Navarro coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
This is taken at his 4.
Most definitely.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
I think I had like 15 sacks. This week I got like 2.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roll free and brings up 4th down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Yeah.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Mariota now on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, shit, you caught that?
Of course. Computer,
now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it.
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Who downed it?
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going.
Down
so you
shit.
change
No
what
one
you
even
do
touched the
across
ball.
the defensive front.
Stopped on the 5 and then down.
Back a few yards,
Bounced one time.
You bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Wow, that was a run. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
That guy's going to want the football a whole lot more. I'd hate to be the offensive coordinator now because all he's going to say is,
oh my
I'm
goodness.
not touching him more.
Yeah, I'm
me
like,
out there
what the
moving
fuck?
around, wiggling and making
I'm
it
trying
happen.
to break it to the outside. He gets stuck to my lineman. He's rolling around, and I'm like, what the fuck?
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now loose
fucking
football. The ball
cocksucker,
comes
man.
out, and I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best
Oh, my
coaches
goodness.
have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball is the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spent all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
That's what Carson Wentz does in the fourth quarter.
In the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And now it's 2nd and goal. Hill to try again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run here with Sims. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot. This from 25 yards out.
And Timmy got the ball back.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
She's still down about 5.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. Yeah, this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization.
Yeah,
because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. If you think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Can't even get a fucking throw off. Fuck, man.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's back to throw.
Kansas City.
And this one is incomplete.
Supposed to be fucking fast, bro.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. These are the spots and stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps.
Wow.
And allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
In his hand.
Yeah.
He'll look to throw.
Man, I can't throw the ball off. I can't get the ball
He's
off.
taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Oh, my God.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game.
Chiefs got Russell's good. They got a good defense man. They got a good fucking linebacker. Their offense really ain't that great.
Mariota with a knee to the ground, and
Really not.
be
Their defense is fucking good, dude. The defense is fast. The defensive end is fast. The middle linebacker is fast. He's basically the same as J-Mo. Because when I was creating players, I accidentally made 2 J-Mos. And so I had to name one. I named one something else, and I made him like a little bit less, but not much, dude. So basically, they got a J-Mo too.
A road
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I accidentally made 2 myself. Because the first one I made, I wasn't sure if I saved it or not, so I made another one. And then I saw, I was like, oh shit, there's 2 of them. So I had to name, there's, do Josh Moore. So I was like, oh, let me fucking, I named one fucking something else, Rutherford or shit.
So for Kansas City, they keep pace
oh well,
for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3.
Computer fucked me again, dude. They like to make me fumble. That seems to be the trend. Like when I lose to the computer, it's off of a fumble, and they usually return it or some stupid shit like that. Pretty much seems to be like when I lose, it's a fumble. Fumbles seem to be costing me a lot of games lately. But like, I'm gonna show you something real quick, dog. Let me see. Manage files. Load. Roster. All-time roster. File load. Then customize. Manage roster. See, they already have like players, created and shit. Lawrence Taylor.
Hey, hold on. Hey, what did you guys? I'm come back up there.
For sure. What time is it? 1:12. I still got a good hour.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor. Okay.
They got so they already have like a lot of those players, like Lawrence Taylor, Phil Simms, T.P. Barber. So there's already and go to another team, go to the Jets. They probably got probably got Joe Namath. So they got Mangold, DeBerkishaw. See, there's a lot of players I won't have to fucking make. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they already exist. Kevin Y, Curtis Martin, Altoon, so. Then all I have to do is fill in the rest. So a lot of these players are already created, so it'll be faster. So hopefully within a week or 2, maybe even less. I don't know. Who knows? They already got Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, Stafford, Sue, Herman Moore. So that's why I'm like, okay, they already got some of these dudes created. So Brett Favre. Yeah, man.
Ooh. Okay.
Lofton, Sterling Sharp. We got Steve Smith, Julius Peppers. I see no Greg Lloyd. You got Hannah, you got Moss. So yeah, I'm gonna do we got McGinnis. So they already got a lot of the good players. So I'm just gonna add to it. Basically, that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Shit, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they already got Marshall Falk, Deacon Jones, Jack Youngblood, the Night Train Lane, Eric Dickerson, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Kurt Warner, Steve Jackson. So yeah, alright, so you can start with all of today's players. Be on your bench.
Deacon Jones, okay.
Blake Lewis. Yeah, I'm gonna go more in depth. I'm gonna make more players. It's gonna be. I'm gonna add on a bunch of extra. All the teams are gonna have basically except teams the Texans and Jaguars, teams that only started 15, 20 years ago. Any of the old teams, yeah, they're gonna have at least 25, a full roster full of players.
Yeah, okay.
So that way when we have a legend draft, there'll be roughly, probably around 500 players that are legends.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's some teams that don't have a lot because they're not that old, like the Jaguars. Jaguars only have 4 or 5, legend players, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas teams like the Steelers and the Cowboys
and shit like that. Those teams have more than 25, you know, like those teams you could probably fill up 30 slots with like players. So certain teams are going to have more and certain teams are going to have very few because they're not that old. So teams like the Texans, who the Texans have is a legend. Andre Johnson, that's about it. They don't have too many legends. They have Andre Johnson because they're not that old. Yeah. Team's 15 years old.
Yeah, I got you.
So,
but that ain't gonna matter anyway. Are we gonna do a draft or we just gonna pick a team?
Nah, we're gonna do drafts because I feel that's way more fair. Because I mean, if a person picks the Cowboys, they're gonna be fucking filled with stars. Because the Cowboys have a bunch of star players over the years, just like the Steelers, just like, even the Dolphins are going to have a good squad, because they have a lot of good players over the years. So all those old teams, even the Browns will have, like, a decent squad. So, you're gonna have, I mean, if you take all of the best players from over the years, then every team's going to have a decent squad, but those new teams are going to get their asses kicked because they don't have nobody. So I think it's just, like the Jaguars and the Texans and, they're not going to do so well. So I think, and it's just more fun to do a draft because, everybody will be wanting to go after certain players they like and shit. And it's always fun to see who you end up with, like, and who, the other teams, like, who's on those teams, like, It's crazy. You have like Deion Sanders and Jerry Rice on the same team and shit.
Yeah.
So who knows, man? But I'm gonna start doing that when like if you're on the road and shit, we can't really play any games, and I'll just be doing that, dog, getting that shit ready. So.
Okay.
Shouldn't take that long though. Like I said, a lot of these dudes are already fucking done, so I don't have to fucking